Welcome back to Aviar Attorney and the trial of the century. Proceeding with the cross-examination of Baron Rogiel. The defense may proceed with the cross-examination. Select a statement to question. The dinner went magnificently. Well, by all accounts, apart from the lack of silverware. Monsieur Renway left to visit the garden. Dame Cataline followed behind him a few minutes later. My housemaid discovered the pair just after the photographer left and called for help. I'd like to have... Okay, like... Why can't we bring up... freaking... like... Pertois de Miao? Why can't he say, no, I was totally... not talking to him at that time? Why can't we mess with his alibi in ways that his alibi clearly are wrong? Whatever. Alright, which of these? That's fine. That's fine. He went into the garden's where he was killed, so Mr. Grenway is probably the one we have to question. Because it's actually... What's his name? Rogiel, or Rogiel, as the case may be. Yes, Rogiel was the one who left. So let's try that, Baron Rogiel! I have some questions about Mr. Grenway. God rest his soul. Whoa, my voice went weird or funny. Why did Mr. Grenway leave to visit the garden? I believe he wanted some fresh air. The steak did not sit well with him, I fear. Oh, I see. That is quite coincidental timing, isn't it? How so? Well, Mr. Grenway felt sick and left the room just after the photographer arrived, and just before the murder occurred. One might draw a link between the food and the sickness. Hold on, Falcon. Surely you're suggesting that Mr. Grenway's food was poisoned in some way? I don't believe so. That's totally a red herring. Well, no, but like, he's a frog. How much would he like steak? No, that's... No. No, there's nothing to indicate poisoning. I just found the timing somewhat puzzling. There's nothing puzzling about it. What do we have with a cigar? It can only be reached with a little waiting. Okay. Monsieur Grenway always had a soft stomach. It's really no surprise that he couldn't keep down a good, rare steak. Do you have another question about Monsieur Grenway? No. Not really. So just another question. Alright, so you only lose favor with the jury if you get something wrong. There doesn't appear to be any, like, metric. Alright, left to visit the garden. Let's try garden. See if there's something there. Baron, we saw the murder scene in your garden for ourselves. What's with all those horses? That's a complete waste of time. When was the last time you visited? Yes, Baron Rogiel, when was the last time you ventured into your own garden? As it happens, I have quite serious allergies. I haven't been in my own garden for years. Which is really convenient for us, because we can totally place them there. Years, you say? Indeed. That's not right! Baron, I do not wish to call you a liar, but that's exactly what I'm doing! Oh, and why is that? Because we have hard evidence that you visited the garden recently. Balderdash! My word is gold. Show the court what is so-called hard evidence that I've been in my garden. I mangled that sentence. I so want the red herring to come up, man. I so want the red herring to come up. This was found in your garden. To be specific, it was found inside the fountain basin. Right beside where the murder occurred. A cigar butt. But that could belong to anybody. Prosecutor, please shut your mouth. I can speak for myself. Okay, sorry. That is indeed the remnants of one of my cigars. But I must apologize, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. You see, prior to the banquet, I hadn't visited my own garden in years. But naturally, after hearing the housemaid's cry for help, on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. That must have been when I dropped my half-smoked cigar in the fountain basin. But you see, Falcon, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I would find that believable if the cigar were casually discarded. But as it happens, the cigar butt was found in a fountain's upper basin, a location that could only be accessed with great inconvenience. And a little paddling. The cigar butt was not dropped, it was deliberately hidden. There are any number of possible explanations. Alright, calling it. He went to attack Grenway. Grenway tried to hide in the fountain because he was a frog. Rogiel climbed the fountain after him, dropped the cigar in the top part, and then killed him. And then dragged him out onto the stairs. That's totally it. Got it in one. Aced it. Are there? Because I can only think of one. That is that you, Baron Rogiel, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities. Did I now? And what illicit activities would those be? Do you want me to spell it out? Fine, let's put everything on the table. You, Baron Rogiel, murdered Mr. Grenway! That is what you were trying to keep hidden! Directly accusing me of murder? How shamelessly brazen! That is a ludicrous accusation, Falcon. The Baron is an upstanding citizen of the highest order. Your allegation is baseless. You have no evidence, no means, no motive or opportunity. No evidence? Think harder, Monsieur Remington. Every piece of evidence points to Baron Rogiel as a prime suspect. You want the means? The Baron certainly had the means. The lion's claws are sharp as a surgeon's blade. Gutting a frog belly would be trivial to him. Even Monsieur Robineau confessed just moments ago that he feared his claws. Ridiculous. I would never threaten a man of violence. You want a motive? The Baron had at least 10,000 francs worth of motive. By removing a business partner, the Baron's share of his railway company increases by 1/3 to 1/2. This is preposterous. And finally, the Baron had opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with a very select number of guests. He was aware of the missing silverware, yet he served steak, a food item that necessitates good cutlery. Why? To bloody the hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build the perfect alibi for himself. Photographing the guests in front of a handless clock made it easy. To make for easy editing is quite an ingenious plan, it must be said. Prosecutor, you're just going to let this slanderous yarn go uncontested? Say something! Object! Oh, you're pitifully useless. After executing the murder, the Baron found himself still holding a single piece of incriminatory evidence, his finished cigar! He knew that leaving out the crime scene would raise suspicion, but he didn't have time to properly dispose of it. Why couldn't he have just put it in his pocket? So, out of desperation, he threw it into the fountain, out of sight of his guests and any snooping police. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate Signor Pertois de Miao, since that would ensure total control over his railway company. Alas, Dame Kathleen was the first to happen upon the crime scene, so the Baron improvised. This is an outrage. Judge, I demand that you dispar this ranting lunatic. No! There is only one outrage here! Oh shit, zoom in. That is, that a man like yourself is able to abuse his wealth and status to frame an innocent girl for murder! You're a bourgeois of the worst kind! How dare you, garçon! The utter nerve for a lying scumbag of a lawyer to accuse a philanthropist like myself of something so heinous! I'm nothing like the fat cat bourgeois. I'm a respectable, hard-working capitalist. No! You're a ruthless man who'd slaughter a dear friend just to reap a few francs. You incredulous whelp. I ought to gut you right here now like a damn frog. Terrible, terrible metaphor right now. Really, really shouldn't have said that. ... Baron Rogiel.
The dots. Could someone please restrain the Baron?
I'm on it, Your Honour. Let's go, man. To the concierge with you. Don't touch me, you filthy jackdaw. I can walk myself.
This is quite a turn of events. Does the prosecution have anything else to add? In the matter of speaking, to be honest, no. Then I shall now confer with the members of the jury to come to a decision. I ask that the animals of the court please be patient in this time.
Falcon, that was pretty incredible. Thank you. I just hope it was enough.
Well, what do you mean? You just proved Kathleen's innocence. We'll get a not guilty verdict for sure.
Sparrowson, I think you've misunderstood something important about the justice system. You see, this isn't Phoenix Wright. This is Avery Attorney.
What's that then?
I haven't proved anything. As lawyers, we cannot deal in proofs. It's just not possible. All we can do is organize the evidence and convincingly explain what it suggests. I haven't proved Dame Kathleen's innocence. All I've done is demonstrate that there is a significant possibility that she is not guilty.
I'm not sure they'll understand the difference. We have reached a decision. In light of the recent revelations, it is clear that an error of judgment was made with the initial arrest. On that note, we unanimously find the defendant, Dame Kathleen de Meow, to be not guilty. But, yeah! Not guilty!
Monsieur Pateau! Pateau? Falcon! Petit Sparrowson, you did it! Yes, I suppose we did, didn't we?
We should head back to the office so we can celebrate properly. And get paid. I've got 19 francs, that's all I got. You did it, Falcon!
I can't take all the credit, this was a group achievement.
I'm so proud of you both. I'll go get a bottle of wine and 3 of our least dirty glasses. You're amazing, Mr. Falcon.
Oh, it was nothing.
I very much liked the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That was an act of sheer genius.
Well, I didn't pin anything. Sparrowson and I just worked at unveiling the truth, given the facts of the case.
Monsieur Falcon, there's no need to play coy. The case is over.
Play coy?
Don't tell me you're actually being sincere.
I'm completely lost.
Oh, wow. I thought the goody-goody thing was an act, but you actually don't know. All right, I'll spell it out for you.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I murdered Monsieur Grimway. I saw him in the garden, all drunk and vulnerable, and seized my opportunity. It was nothing personal. Just business, you understand.
Business?
To increase my papa's share in the same company, of course. My papa always said that the drunk old frog was the weakest link.
Your confession doesn't make any sense at all. I found Baron Rogiel's cigar butt hidden in the garden.
Oh, I put that there. I expected the police to find it, but I suppose I was putting too much faith in the brains of Paris's finest. But Falcon proved that Monsieur Robinet's photograph was edited. It was edited. It wasn't in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Monsieur Grimway in the garden. My papa knew I needed an alibi, so ordered Monsieur Robinet to paint me over Baron Rogiel and to add hands to the clock. But that lazy artist didn't manage to finish altering the photograph by trial day. It's a good thing that Monsieur Falcon was so imaginative, because that could have gone very badly.
Dots.
Dots, Cav! What's the silence? You should both be proud. There aren't many lawyers in all of France who could have won a case like that, even for a bourgeois kitty like me.
Dots, madam.
I think you should leave. Fine. So much for the celebrations. Here's a payment for your services, straight from my papa's pockets. Well, adieu, Mr. Falcon. Adieu, petit sparson. How much did we make? 40 francs? I hope to get away with murder and I got 40 francs. Bloody hell. What a twist. Falcon, what do we do now?
Attorney-client privilege, Sparrowson.
Falcon?
Ooh. Oh. You can't so saved. You wish to continue.
That was actually a cool twist. Yeah, okay. So they actually did finger the right person. And the photograph was being edited, but for the different people. The copy we got was like the edit. Oh, that's why. Oh, that works so well. That's why the photograph that was displayed in the trial only had the clock hands, right? It didn't have the whole kitty, because we stole the one that had the kitty. So then, Robinho, that's the one. Robinho only had time to paint the clock hands rather than do the kitty all over again. So, through our criminal endeavors, we actually managed to seal that case and to help this person get away with murder. That is cool. And moreover, it avoids one of the problems that I really had with Phoenix Wright. In Phoenix Wright, your client was basically always innocent, with one notable exception. But in this, right off the bat, they're telling us, well, first they mentioned at the end of the case, it doesn't matter if you quote-unquote prove that someone else could have been involved. You need to convince the jury. You don't have to just go through, like, hit all the correct points to progress the plot. You need to actually get enough points with the jury to build reasonable doubt, right? So that, assuming that it's not an illusion, assuming that it is actually legit, is a cooler way to handle it. Well, that's the first case done. We have successfully defended Lady Cataline de Miao. We helped her get away with murder. Her father is now the owner, potentially the owner anyway, of the largest rail company in Paris. And we only got 40 francs for all that, which is kind of bollocks. We shall see where our adventures go from here. But until next time, adieu, mon ami.